Greetings from South Korea. I am Adang, Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. With AI transforming nearly every aspect of society, President Lee Jae-myung says those who prepare first will gain a competitive edge. Lee made the remarks on Thursday as government ministries continued a series of policy briefings to the president. A key priority of the Ministry of Science and ICT is strengthening Korea's AI autonomy, while ensuring the technology is both safe and widely accessible. One of the government's goals is to develop a sovereign AI model, a homegrown large language model built with homegrown technology and data, rather than relying on foreign platforms. The ministry says it aims to begin developing one next year. President Lee also called for Korea to build a more open AI cooperation network by making homegrown AI models adaptable to different languages. President Lee Jae-myung has noted that strengthening penalties on private data breaches is not aimed at targeting any specific company. During a policy briefing on Thursday by the Personal Information Protection Commission, he added that the measures are based on law and policy. US-based e-commerce firm Coupang recently protested over the Korean government's probe into the company's massive data leakage. The Bank of Korea has raised its benchmark interest rate by a quarter percentage point to 2.75%. It is the first rate hike since January 2023. The decision comes as inflation has remained in the 3% range for 2 consecutive months, while growth forecasts have been revised upward on the back of strong semiconductor exports. The central bank was also under pressure as the exchange rate remained elevated at around 1,501 per US dollar, while rising housing prices and growing household debt fueled concerns over financial stability, making it increasingly difficult to delay an interest rate hike. Experts forecast the Bank of Korea's next base rate increase to come in October, although some believe another hike could come as early as August. South Korea's KOSPI stock index plunged on Thursday, surrendering the 7,000 level once again. The benchmark index closed 6.4% lower at around 6,820 on Thursday. Early losses triggered a sell-side sidecar just 10 minutes into the trading session, halting trading for 5 minutes. The fall was largely due to huge plunges by SK Hynix, which fell 11%, and Samsung Electronics, which fell more than 8%. The United States launched additional strikes against Iran on Wednesday evening local time. U.S. Central Command posted on social media that the latest attacks were aimed at weakening Iran's ability to threaten ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier the same day, U.S. forces carried out an early morning missile strike on Greater Tunb, an island in the strait. On Tuesday, U.S. President Donald Trump had threatened strikes on Iranian bridges and power plants if Tehran failed to return to talks next week. Asked the following day whether he would set a deadline, he declined, adding that Tehran better behave. Meanwhile, Iran's lead negotiator said Tehran had no reason to honor its memorandum of understanding with Washington if it saw no benefit. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.